Well, all right. What an entrance. Goodness gracious. What's up, everybody? MXT here. Today I'll be playing none other than Corpse Factory PC Gaming Episode 2. Oh, yeah. And this right here is Corpse Girl. Goodness gracious. What's up, Smile Dog? How you doing? Thank you for joining me here today. Thank you for the like, without doubt. Stay for some Corpse Girl. Oh, yeah. All right. I think we left off here. I've always liked the shape of my eyes. Now, in episode 1, guys, basically what happened was that a young girl received a photo of herself dead, and she seen it, and it had the picture of her demise, and it also had the time. Suffices to say is that she died, and here we are at this point here. I can be critical about other parts of my body, but I've never complained about my eyes. With or without makeup, I think they look great. Beautiful eyes. Mother used to tell me I inherit her eyes, and my big sister inherit father's eyes. To be honest, I don't see any of father's features in myself or my sister, but I do agree that my eyes are exact replica of mother's. Mother doesn't see too well anymore, and that might be something I have to also worry about in the future. But for now, my eyes are perfect, and I couldn't be happier with them. I wear eyeshadow and eyeliner to bring out my best features. Some people tell me I use too much makeup, but that I tend to overdo it and make myself look intimidating. Oh my goodness. I mean, she shouldn't look intimidating, you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't really care. I mostly like the way I look, and honestly, how many people can claim the same. Okay, so she's keeping it real. Today's morning ritual is the same as any other workday. I'm a slave to the wage, and I'm not proud of it. Call me a corporate sellout, but I can't survive without money. My alarm goes off at 6 a.m. The shower is running by 6:05, and I'm dry and dressed by 6:15. Goodness gracious, that's a very quick shower, man. I skip breakfast because I'm watching my figure, and spend until 6:30 a.m. working on my makeup. I'm out of my cramped shoebox apartment by 6:45 a.m. Sometimes I catch my neighbors returning home from his overnight shift, and if so, I exchange simple pleasantries with him and continue on my way. Today there is no sign of my neighbor, so I don't slow down as I descend the stairs and exit the building. Hitting the convenience store for a can of coffee saps another few minutes from each day. I prefer sweet milk coffee, but every now and then I'm in the mood for rich black coffee. Regardless, I never start the day without it. I don't always need the energy boost, but it helps to stop my stomach growling. It's a milk coffee kind of day, so I pay for my favorite brand and get out of the store in no time. The canned coffee dives into my handbag as I continue on my way. So it's coffee in one of those cans and stuff. I can't say that I've ever tried a coffee in a can. You know, I don't know. It just doesn't entice me. But in this situation, I could understand. I mean, she's a busy girl. The train station is always busy in the morning, and it's usually a struggle to navigate my way to the correct platform in time for the 7:12 a.m. train. Today is no different. Goodness gracious, these punctual times, guys, you know what I'm saying? However, I always make it in time because my routine has been perfected over the last few months. I board a train bound for Shinjuku. A cursory glance reveals there are no empty seats, so I push through the throng of bodies and then against the carriage wall. Whenever there are seats available, I like to sit and read, but it's much more common to have to stand and stare at my phone screen like almost everyone else. When I do read, I read the classic Stoker, Lovecraft poem, horror, Western horror, and that is my favorite genre. Oh my goodness, she loves horror type things, guys. Scary. And she's ever so beautiful, so that's even more scary. And of course, faithful translations into Japanese are as good as it gets. My English isn't nearly strong enough to read these novels in their original language. If I'm stuck staring at my phone screen, I like to stalk people online, acquaintances, or the few friends I have led such boring lives. They post about the most mundane topics all day, every day, acting like they're shrivel up and die unless they get the attention they seek. I find their dull, tedious lives simply fascinating. From behind the safety of a glass vial, I can fulfill my voyeuristic fetishes and consume as much pointless information as I desire. Knowing every mundane tidbit of people's daily life turns me on. Oh my goodness gracious. This morning is the same as any other. I stare down at the phone held in my frail hands. My fingers move of their own accord, scrolling and tapping against the blacklit display, pausing, pondering, bouncing on any post or pictures that my pupils haven't yet consumed. Standing in a train carriage packed to the gill with people, I can't help but feel my face getting flustered and my steamy breath escaping my lips. I digest post after post, photo after photo, memorizing the comings and goings of every single person on my noise activity feed. This sounds like noise is like what is that app where you get I can't even think right now. I catch my breathing getting heavier, my gasps becoming short and sharp. I like those apps like Facebook and whatnot, Twitter and such. Ree went to the dentist yesterday for a root canal. Musuno shares some photos from her international vacation. Kawahara objects to owning pets and thinks all animals should be free. My cheeks glow crimson. My chest begins rising and falling quickly. I clench the collar of my shirt, knuckle whiting, knees shaking. A few people in the carriage start to move away from me, but I barely notice them. My fingers keep scrolling and I hit the jackpot. Oh my goodness, what the hell? A new post from a coworker at my office, Tomei Watanabe. She's a gal's girl, the type with a heavy fake tan, bleached blonde hair, and questionable clothing. Goodness gracious. I hate her. Oh my. But I love her post. This morning's update reads. Okay. Just found this corpse girl website. Such fake bull. Waiting to meet a bitch to try it on. Oh my goodness gracious. Excuse my language. Tomei just discovered corpse girl website, huh? I feel a slight squeal trying to escape from my throat as my legs threaten to buckle underneath me. I can't take the excitement anymore, and I have to force my phone from my hands and bury it at the bottom of my handbag. Deep breath, Noriko. Deep breath. I need to calm down and control myself. Composure is key. I close my eyes and let a cool breath of air whistle through my slightly parted lips. Feeling a little calmer and no longer ready to explode, I analyze the information I just read. Tomoe wants to try out Corpse Girl website. That's good. That's very, very good. Rumor says it that you can visit the website and request the death of somebody you know. How? And if the victim dies isn't known to the public, because of that, some people are pretty quick to dismiss the site as a hoax. However, the most interesting part isn't how or if the victim dies, but rather what happens to the victim before they die. Supposedly, the victim will receive a photo of their own corpse. How this photo exists before the victim's life is snuffed out isn't public knowledge, but the thought of this phenomena occurring is utterly intriguing. Nevertheless, the site has been gained popularity lately, at least in certain corners of the internet. Message boards like Noise Channel and other similar sites have picked up on the rumors and like to exaggerate the website's authenticity. Woo! The fact that someone like Tomei, a rather dim-witted individual, woo! Yeah! Dim-witted individual has discovered the website means that it's actually more well-known than I previously thought. Oh yeah. It means that people are actually talking about it out of the internet. Chances are good that Tomei will want to try it out and request the death of someone in the office, a co-worker. Oh my goodness. Me, perhaps, she hates my gut as much as I hate hers. Finally, something exciting. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright. Finally, something exciting is going to happen in our dull workplace.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
Well, alright. Smile Dog says, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. As the automated announcement reads through a list of connecting train lines, I get ready to disembark. The train pulls to a stop and I contort my body around the other passengers in an attempt to exit the train. Finally, free of the tangled mass of flesh, I hasten my pace and navigate through the Labyrinthian station. I take the exit closest to my office and settle into a slower walk. I'm on time, and I never desire to reach the office any earlier than needed. Oh, I hear that. Even though they tell you to come to work 15 minutes early or whatnot. Get out of here with that, man. It doesn't take long for the looming office tower to enter my field of vision. 32 stories of office space all crammed into one sleek, slim tower. The name Temujin, which I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, 1,000 apology, is stamped across the structure in gigantic block letters. If you're looking for this building in Shinjuku, you can't possibly miss it. Temajin carries the title of Japanese third biggest banking corporation. My. It's a gigantic company with other branches in Kyoto, Osaka, Saburo, Fuku, and a dozen smaller cities I don't even remember. I've worked here for close to 3 months now. Not a long time in the grand scheme of things, that is. I'm only a temp and all I do is data entry. Okay. I work on the 14th floor along with about 60 other junior employees, including gal girl Tomei Watanabe. I don't speak to many of my co-workers. That's the way I like it. All right, so she sticks with herself, guy. She has her own schedule. She arrives at work on time. So far, so good. When I reach the buildings, I enter through the gigantic double sliding doors and find myself in the familiar lobby. Comfortable couches line the walls, circular, a receptionist desk. 4 large elevators are tucked away in a nook behind the receptionist desk. So we got this one's right here. It's 1, 2, and then probably 2 more over here. It's already busy this morning. Thought to be fair, this place is packed all the time. I could imagine. I avoid a crowd of sharply dressed business people feeling a little out of place in my semi-formal shirt and skirt. Okay. Ducking into a newly open elevator, I tap my employee's ID card to a backlight panel and press the button for my floor. The doors close and the elevator begins its smooth descent. I'm surprised to find that I'm the only one traveling up. I reach my floor and listen to the soothing hymns as the doors open, revealing the open layout office before me. The static drone of workspace noise fills my ears. Conversation, ringing phones, fingers tapping against keyboards, photocopies, even the steady low hum of the air conditioner contributes to the overwhelmed dim. I make my way to my desk station in the middle of the floor and surrounded by a dozen other identical desks. As I walk, somebody taps me on my shoulder gently.
Good morning, Kurosawa.
Yo, Shinye. Shinye Fuhikawa, my senior, though he's really only a couple of months older than me. He's worked here for a whole year. Oh, okay. After taking an internship straight out of senior high school. He's not an intern anymore, though I'm not quite sure of his job title.
Morning, Fujikawa.
Fujikawa.
How was your commute this morning?
Fine, same as usual.
That's good to hear. Did you read any of your novels?
What? Did you read any of your novels? He's referring to the horror books I like to read. I see. I can tell from his tone that he doesn't exactly approve of the subject matter. I've known Shinya since junior high. We go way back, but I wouldn't exactly call us friends. However, he is the one that landed me this job, even though it's just a temporary contract. I've always had the feeling that he's a bit sweet on me. I could be way off the mark, though.
Well, I couldn't get a seat on the train today. Too hard to read while standing.
Ah, that's a shame. You, still haven't accepted my, friend request, did you know?
Oh, man. I have to fight the urge to roll my eyes. He's a nice guy, but we were connected on Noise once before and I had to delete him. But why? What happened? He's super obsessed with his father's detective work, and all he ever posts about is his assumptions and theories on petty crime cases. Oh, I see. Normally, I'd find anyone on my friends list fascinating, but here's the thing. Shinya never posts about his personal life. All he writes are long-winded rants on boring cases. Oh, I see. It's far beyond the amount of dullness even I can stand. Oh man, Shinya needs a personality, yo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. You can. It's good to have a passion, but you gotta be well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? I fish my phone out of my handbag and pretend that I'm looking at noise.
Oh, how about that? Looks like I don't have any incoming friend requests.
Oh man, rejected. I quickly tapped my phone back into my bag.
How peculiar.
Very peculiar.
Well, I'll try and nudge again later.
Oh, persistent. Yeah, boy. Remember, she just said that he did get us the job, right? So we gotta be grateful too, you know?
Sure, no problem.
Well, anyway, I better get to it. Work hard today, okay?
Yep.
You got it.
Shinya offers a formal bow and goes on his way. Before I can take a step towards my desk, a mocking voice whispers in my ear.
Ugh. How long are you gonna lead on sweet little Shinya?
What? I shiver and find Tomei Watanabe lurking right behind me, buzzing around my neck like an irritating mosquito.
That poor boy really has the hots for you. When are you gonna tell him you're a cold-hearted psycho?
What the? What? Come on, man.
Listen, I'm not leading him on, and I'm no psycho.
Yeah.
Huh. Sounds like something a real psycho type would say, don't you reckon?
Goodness gracious, where's the logic on that? Of course, this is none other than Gal Girl Tomei, the very same brain-dead moron who posted this morning about wanting to try Corpse Girl's website. She's the kind of person that likes to stir up trouble and instigate conflict. She's had her vacant eyes on me since the day I first stepped foot in the office. Oh my goodness. She loves to torment me any chance she gets. Maybe I rubbed her the wrong way somehow, though I'm not sure what I ever did to her. Even though she's a data entry temp like me, she's worked here just a little longer than I have. Unfortunately, that means I have to defer to her as my superior in this professional environment. She knows as much and likes to take advantage of the fact as often as possible.
It's funny, you know. You don't look like the type of skank to lead on a goody-goody like Shinya.
Did she just call us a skank? What the? Man, that's not professional.
I told you, I'm not leading him on.
Goodness gracious.
Well, if you're not interested, maybe I'll take him out this weekend and tongue him at the cinema.
No, what? She wants to take him on a date and tongue him at the cinema? Goodness gracious.
Gross. Do what you want, but I doubt he's into someone with your, looks.
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh yeah? What would you know? You think he likes your flat chest, little Miss Gothic Lolita?
Oh my God, are you for real? Flat chest, Gothic Lolita. Woo! It's getting hot in here. I know I should shrug off comments such as this, and normally I would. But backing down from Tomei isn't something I can do easily.
I'll give you a tip. Guys like Shinya are smart, clever. If you want to impress him, don't let him know your head is as full of air as your inflatable breasts.
Oh my God, a hothead blonde. Damn. Girls, stop fighting. A flash of crimson lights up Tomei's face. She looks ready to lash out at me. A group of co-workers, juniors like us, look over to us in concern. Tomei takes a deep step back from me, but not before signaling a rude gesture with her fingers. Oh my goodness. How can this environment even exist in this workplace, man?
We ain't done here, Noriko. Watch your back.
What?
I'm trembling.
Oh my god, come on, guys. Tomei walks away and I breathe a sigh of relief. If it wasn't for having a deal with her, I wouldn't dread coming to work every day. Yeah, if it wasn't for having to deal with her, yeah, I wouldn't dread. Okay, yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's hard enough to work, but then have to go to work and see someone you don't like. Oh my goodness, practice makes pervert, says guys like MXT are smart. Oh yeah, I'll take that compliment. Anyways, I wonder when she is planning to test out Corpse Girl's website. Will she try it on me since we just fought? I'm not really sure if I should be excited or scared. Either way, it will definitely be fun to find out what happens if she does try the website. I finally reach my desk and take note of the time. I was supposed to start work 5 minutes ago, so I quickly log into my computer and check today's task list. Oh yeah, it's all standard stuff today. I need to transfer a few tables of numbers from a spreadsheet into our company's online database. When I'm done, I have to run it by a few other people and then commit the changes to the server. The work is dull and repetitive, but my salary isn't bad. On the plus side, I get to wear headphones and listen to music while I work. Hey, that is a plus, man. You can wear headphones and listen to music. That's cool. I respect that. Practice Make Perfect says your mic sounds like a robot. Goodness gracious. Is it the mic though? Or am I a robot? Alright. How's that sound? Is that better? I hope that's better, guys. I'll tweak it up next time. I dip into my handbag and retrieve my headphones, my phone, a can of milk coffee, and a handful of breath mint. I lay them all out on my desk neatly. Still robot? Oh my god, I swear to you guys, I'm real. I have feelings. I'm not a robot. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Let me see. A robot with volume tuned down. Woo. All right, guys. I think that should fix it. I'm not sure. I turned into a bender. Goodness gracious. I don't know what's going on up in here. Is it just my voice turned into a robot, or do you guys hear things? I swear, sometimes things like all of a sudden they just oh man, I don't know what to do about the robot voice, guys, and I don't know how it truly sounds. I don't know. I'm just gonna carry on. I dip into my handbag and retrieve my headphones, my phone, a can of milk coffee, and a handful of breath mint. I lay them all out on my desk neatly. I slip my headphones on, plug them into the phone, and hit play on my work PlayStation. Sound, symphonic metal lovingly trashes my ear as I crank open the can of coffee and take a long sip. Oh, try unplugging the mic. Alright. Alright, let me do this then. Alright. Did that help, guys? Let me know, please.
Okay, let's get started.
Well, alright. After their rude confrontation with Tomei, I mean, she's Louise. It would be good without her. Sounds like we have success. Oh, yeah, boy. Thank you very much. Much love and respect. Oh, yeah. I return home to my Quest cramped apartment after work. The place is eerily silent, a stark contrast to the bustling office where I spend my days. Throwing my handbag onto the tiny coffee table, I pick up my laptop and sit on the couch. I lay back and get comfortable, letting the laptop rest on my stomach as it boosts up. The welcome screen lands up, so I click a couple of times, open my web browser, and then head to a very specific website saved in my favorites. Oh my goodness. She's probably talking about my YouTube channel, guys. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, maybe? Oh, no, I was wrong. It's Corpse Girl's website. Oh my goodness gracious. And here we have Corpse Girl website. Revenge at your fingertips. Request a death. A cute dancing zombie girl is animated at the top of the page. A particular irregularity that always makes me giggle. I noticed that the page view counter at the bottom of the site is nearly the same as it was yesterday. There have been maybe 4 or 5 new visitors. I heave a sigh. Maybe the website isn't quite that well known after all. That begs the question, how did Tomei discover it? Well, never mind that. My eyes scan the website's content. Request a death. Big, bold letters headline the site. The intention couldn't be clearer. Further information on this site is sparse. Brief instructions tell the user to fill in a victim's phone number and upload a photo. So basically, you need a picture of the person and you need their phone number. Aside from there, there's not much else to mention. It doesn't even ask for a name. After scanning the site, I move my mouse to the browser's address bar and click. I type a / after the website's address and then add the word admin. I hit the enter key. A login page presents itself with empty username and password fields waiting to be filled in. My fingers tap dance around the keyboard and within moments I'm presented with a brand new page. A blinking slab of text greets me. One new request. Guys, we are Corpse Girl. And we have one new request. Oh my God. A crooked smile cracks my stony expression. Finally, somebody has requested a death. Somebody has asked me, Corpse Girl, to kill a victim. Oh my goodness. No one is safe. This is where things get exciting. I giggle and feel my cheeks flush red. This is the first request I've had for about a week. I've been logging in every evening. Fingers crossed that somebody has elected a new victim for me. Today my wish has come true. I can't help but feel emotional at a time like this. My lower lip trembles with a feel, and I feel tears welling up. I dab the corners of my eyes gently to avoid smudging my makeup. As I hover my mouse across over the view request button, a familiar and pleasant tingling sensation urges in my chest, my stomach, my thighs. Oh yeah. I shiver with anticipation, my hot and steamy breath beginning to fog up the laptop screen. Good God, now that's what I call exciting. I click the button. Request detail. Today, 2:47 p.m. local time. Victim's phone number. Downloading image attachment. The victim's photo automatically loads on my screen. The person in front of me is a total stranger, but that's okay. It doesn't change the task set out before me. A woman, rather plain, in her early 30s. She's well dressed with minimal makeup, and she's not really putting her personality on display. It's a nice photo, better quality than some of the images I've received in the past. In fact, the photo looks like a corporate ID picture. I wonder if it was downloaded from a company database or website. Well, the source of the photo doesn't matter. The simple fact of the matter is that somebody has made a request for this person to die. It falls to me to fulfill that request, and as Corpse Girl, I take requests very, very seriously. I have the victim's photo and I have her phone number. All I need now is to select a way for her to meet her untimely demise. Goodness gracious, are we moving forward with this? I previously thought about including an extra field on my website, an option for the users to choose the way they want their victim to die. After all, it would reduce the amount of strain on my creativity if the method was decided for me. But after careful consideration, I decided against it. Some people are sick, twisted. The cost of death could be far beyond my means, and impossible to achieve. Therefore, allowing the user to define the cost of death just isn't feasible. Instead, I'll stick to my current modus of operandi. Everything depends on the quality of the victim's photo. If it's detailed and the victim's features are easily distinguishable, then I can be rather creative with the cause of death. Perhaps the victim's face suffers grotesque burns, or she has an iron stake thrust through her skull. However, if the victim's photo is low quality and doesn't provide enough details to identify the subject, I have to resort to the default cause of death: a terrible, unlikely fall from a great height. Jeez, good God. Maybe she slips, or maybe someone stumbles into her and sends her tumbling over a rail. The end result will be the same: a swift, crushing death from on high. The victim will end up face down on the concrete, completely unrecognizable, save for her clothes and accessories. Damn. It's not my favorite cause of death, but in some cases it is necessary. Regardless, it is still a valid way to fulfill the request. For now, it's time to get started. I can barely contain my excitement. I squirm against the couch, crossing and uncrossing my legs in a vain attempt to dissipate the heat rising through my body. Oh my goodness. Taking a deep breath, I try to calm my nerves and get to work. The victim will receive a photo of her own corpse, time-stamped with the date of her death. It's Corpse Girl's signature move, my calling card, if you will. Seeing an image of one's own disfigured corpse is sure to strike fear into anyone's heart. And that's precisely the reason I take this step: to make the victim panic and act harshly. First things first, I save the victim's photo to my laptop's hard drive. I store it in a folder discreetly named System File, hidden away in the root directory of my operating system. A password encrypted directory, of course. Next, I open up my favorite image editing software and load the photo. Looking carefully at the detail in the picture, I can use that this will be a work of art. I can really go to town with this request. Okay. I minimize the software, open my web browser, and access a particular website. The database of the deceased. The database of the deceased, the DD. Oh my. As it's known on the dark web, my secret weapon, the ultimate resource for my work. I guess in short, they just call it a double D's. Double D! Oh my God, man. I'm a man. What can I tell you guys? The DD is a collection of countless high-resolution photographs of dead bodies. Goodness gracious, what? A collection of countless high-resolution photos of dead body. Oh my goodness. Murder victims, crime scenes, suicide. What? If somebody has died in one way or another, chances are good that some perverted individual has captured the moment in all its glory. Gory glory. Oh my God. Such vulnerable images are essential to my work. Using these photos as a base, I can edit my victim's details into the photo. My process is simple. I start by locating the perfect corpse photo. All right. I searched the database, and in less than 2 minutes, I discovered disgustingly detailed photo of a woman with her entrails spilling from her stomach. Oh my God. You gotta be all kinds of sick in the head to be going through high resolution photos like these, man. Corpse girl is not well in the head, I can say. Her face is blue, having suffocated before even having a chance to bleed to death. She's about the same age as my victim. She's of a similar height and build. Finding a photo that specifically suits my victim's features is easy thanks to the DD's excellent catalog of tags and filters. It even has an excellent catalog of tags and filters. Like, oh my God. I simply search for the keyword that matches my victim's description and find a corpse that fits. Using this photo as a starting point, I digitally edit my victim's face onto the body. It's not some quick job that even a child can do. It's a painstaking craft work of art that would fool even the keenest eye. An hour passes, 2 hours, then 3 hours. Good God, 3 hours of photoshopping a photo? Woo! That's some dedication, yo. Before I knew it, midnight has come and gone, but the work is nearly completed. All that remains is to add the final touches. I like to add specific, distinguishable details to the image, a personal item or accessory, clothes, makeup, you name it, I can add it in. With personal details added, I adjust the lighting and color palette just slightly enough to make the photo truly unique. If the victim decides to reverse image search the photo and discover that it's a forgery, all my work would be for nothing. And with that, the masterpiece is complete. A grisly, gruesome, gradually gory gift for the soon-to-be departed. Gratuitously. Okay. The victim will receive this photo of a corpse that is, for all intents and purposes, a perfect replica of her own physical form. She will open the image on her phone, and the life she once knew will crumble to pieces. My lips curled in a satisfying smirk. During my hours of work, my breathing eventually steadies. My excited nerves settle into a zen-like calm. But seeing the finished art piece now, I began to feel my heart pounding once more. The macabre vision before me is accelerating. Adrenaline and dopamine surge throughout my body, giving me a sudden head rush of bliss. To say that I'm attracted to the sight of blood and guts would be misleading. No, I'm not into that at all. The excitement stems from the thought of taking control of somebody else's life, dictating their future, controlling their fate. For with the creation of this image, I have taken the victim's life into my own hands, like a puppet master pulling the strings of a marionette. By forging this convincing creation, I will compel the victim to take her own life. I see. That's right. My own hands need not become stained. The hands of corpse girls have never been dirtied with the blood of a victim. This is the true nature of my work. Carefully crafting corpse photo in such a way to convince the victim that their fate is already sealed, that no matter what they do, they cannot escape the death that awaits them. And the date stamped on the photo is the icing on the cake, the ultimate driving force behind the victims choosing to end their own life. Oh my goodness. A date so near in the future, a time that has not yet occurred, a fiber of uncertainty carefully interwoven into the image that causes the victim to pause and consider the possibility. Is this photo from the future? Is this truly my faith? How can I outrun a future that has been pre-decided? These are the thoughts that run through a victim's mind. Despair and dread floods the senses. Overwhelming anxiety gives way to calm acceptance. This is my dead body. This is how I die. Why should I fight it? And when the victim's last vestige of resistance gently breaks, like a silk spider web being torn by a cool breeze, they finally give in. They invite their end. This is the way it will go down for this woman, this complete and total stranger. I'm confident, certain, convinced, I tell you. Goodness gracious. That is crazy. It was a sudden spark of inspiration that guided me to begin fabricating corpse photos about a year ago. I can never quite recall exactly what it was that spawned the idea. Sometimes I get close to remembering, but the recollection dances at the edge of my mind and slips back into the darkness, the subconscious. Regardless, I venture down a dark and dangerous path. I built Corpse Girl website and invited strangers to request the death of people they know. It was a sales tactic, simply a way to encourage users to submit images. I had no intention or means of ending lives. Little did I know of the true power I wield. I only intended to create corpse photo and send them to people for fun. I wanted to startle and scare some unsuspecting fools. It would be a lie to claim that I didn't get off on it. The thought of people shrinking in fear at the sight of their own corpse was more than delicious. It stated my budding lust. It filled a dark hole in the depth of my soul and gave me purpose. Good God, never in a million years did I dream that one of my corpse photo would result in the death of another human being. I'll never forget her name. Raui Hatano. Raui Hatano. She looks familiar, guys. You know what? Could it be the girl that was working at the mall? 20-something, slim, gorgeous, eyes that took my breath away the moment I gazed upon her portrait. She was the first person to make me feel bad about crafting hoax photos. The only person to make me feel bad about it. But I did it anyway. Corpse Girl never rejects a request. It's her. My conviction. I forged a beautiful rendition of her death. Thanks to some rather macabre source photo obtained via the database of the deceased, I strug Roy's corpse up in a field like a ghoulish scarecrow. Okay. The photo was incredible. It was my fifth or sixth work. The fifth or sixth time a user on Corpse Girl website requested a death. Rui Hatano died just hours after receiving my photo. I don't know why. I don't know if she killed herself or if someone murdered her. But I know one thing. Good God, man, look at that photo. Rui Hatano's body, her real body, was found in a field, hanging like a scarecrow, surrounded by crows. Oh my God, now I'm scared. Her eyes had been gorged out of her skull, and her stiff fingers clutched her photo tightly. According to the news report, her photo displayed a familiar image, the very image I created of her corpse. When I first learned Aurore's death, I was overcome with varying emotions. I felt sick, elated, disgusted, overjoyed, depressed, aroused. Had I somehow caused her death? Was Corpse Girl responsible for taking a life? Even though my hands weren't stained with blood, I still felt responsible. A lewd truth descended upon me at that moment. Corpse Girl has the power to end lives, and the more I dwelt on that fact, the more obvious it became to me. I began to feel that power pulsing through my veins, throbbing in my blood as my heart pumps and pumped it within my chest. Okay, as my heart pumped and pounded it in my chest. I can't explain how the power works, and I don't know why I have it, but somehow the corpse photo I created can compel a victim to end their own life or compel someone else to end it for them. Rui died in the way that I envisioned. Her dead body matched the fake corpse photo I painstakingly crafted, and I didn't even have to leave the safety and comfort of my apartment to ensure her death. Corpse Girl's power is real, extraordinarily, and I vow to exercise that power as frequently as possible. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. She's gone mad with power, man. Raul Hatano died last year. Since then, I've been chasing that rush, that thrill that comes with snuffing out a soul. It wasn't hard to grow the popularity of Corpse Girl website after that incident. particularly dark corners of the internet, gobbling up the news with enthusiasm, and the site saw an influx of new visitors. And on a few occasions, I've even overheard people in the real world whispering about the mysterious website that lets you request a death. I've crafted corpse photos for dozens of requests. Each photo is more convincing and realistic than the last, thanks to my ever-evolving skills. But none of my recent attempts have been successful. Not a single person has dropped dead since Raul Hatano. I'm beginning to wonder if Corpse Girl's power has fizzled out, or perhaps I never had any power to begin with. Maybe Raul's death was simply a fluke, a morbid coincidence. I've spent countless hours doubting myself, doubting Corpse Girl. I've tried so hard to replicate that one success. Every time I receive a request, I do the same thing as I did in Raul Hatano's case. I edit the photo of the victim, created a convincing corpse photo, and I time-stamped it with a time of death. I send the photo to the victim, and then I leave the rest up to fate. But nothing ever comes of it. I'm not so delusional to think that in normal circumstances, a simple photo would be enough to convince someone to kill themselves. And even if the photo fell into someone else's hands, it wouldn't inspire them to go out and kill the victim. Of course not. However, there are no ordinary circumstances. I once activated a power beyond the ken of mortal men. I caused Raul Hatano to die by her own hand or by the hand of another. I need to find a way to manifest my power once more, to prove that I, Corpse Girl, have the power of death and destruction at my fingertips. Once a new victim perishes, I know it will pave the way to more and more death. My website will gain popularity and become more than just an urban myth. People will live their lives in fear, forever wondering if Corpse Girl is lurking behind the next text message they receive. Yes, I can see the future I crave so clearly in my mind. I'm close to achieving my goal. I know I am. That future sounds scary, guys, without doubt. And when my dream comes true, I can finally well, all right, guys. The incessant chirping of birds gently kindled the embers of my consciousness. All right, guys, with this, I will conclude. Tune in tomorrow when I continue in this story. Until then, stay strong, guys. Respect.